Okay, Fambulem, a warm greeting to everybody globally. This na the Den and Now program, and me, when I the host, na my name Prince Emil Koma. Today, the 19th of November, 2020, the site the broadcast form is exactly 8:05 in the evening. It's 20:05 GMT time. And it's a very special program because for the first time on this platform, we get a program, as soon as I can see the name of the program is called The Health Show with Sister Salome Hydes. So here we have a very special sister. So the usual ritual, family with the acts, this is not a political program today, this is a health program, so it concerns every one of us. So make we share the program and let us show solidarity to the platform and the sister. Sister Salome, I'm very, very excited for having you on the program here tonight. And I believe so are the hundreds of people, thousands of people who are going to watch this program subsequently, either at the end of the program itself or the subsequent days as different people and different access to them. So I want to say a big welcome to you and thanks for taking up the invitation for Come On the Den and Now.
Thank you, Brother Prince.
Thank you. Okay, Fambulem, like I say, this is not the health show. And then and now for a while, don't they plan for do a health show because we approach has to be multifaceted in the struggle, for win. When I say the struggle for win, I talk about humanity. This is not a politics we talk about, generally humanity. So they look at a multifaceted approach, especially on the then and now. So for a while, we put out notes to people around the world. Anybody will get interest for participating at the then and now, you need a platform. Send me a letter, come to me, or let's have a conversation so we go talk and see what you want to present, as long as it's very, very objective and it means so much and it comes as a positive stance to with people, and that's welcome. So today we want to talk about the health show, and basically hopefully this is not the first time of Sister Salome Hydes in the program, but this not will be the last time. So let me go straight into the thing we bring you can here tonight, okay, or wherever you did this morning, this afternoon. The thing we want to pay attention today to now health generally about mortal man, okay? And we mortal man, them, we kind of vulnerable because of certain sicknesses them way, potentially in sicknesses the way we can avoid if we take medical advice and act upon their advice then they. But what we know from reports, from statistics and etc., it shows a mortal man them as a whole, man them, now they not lack for go hospital. Now they not lack for the GP advice, but for some reason, whether na secrecy or machoism on the part of man them, they not lack for show say they're weak or they're sick. So therefore they can keep their sickness there sometimes to themselves. Some of the sickness that we can affect man them can be derived from many, many things. Few of them will be like people that will smoke, smokers, for example, and people that will they drink alcohol. And all of this not in moderation, but in heavy quantity. Either you smoke, a chain smoker or heavy smoker or an alcohol drinker, and very heavily they consume alcohol. So when I can give them the medical advice, then can hear from one yes we go say, and then he pass on to the other yes. The difference here is when it comes to them, they can take advice, then they listen, and then they act immediately when they get their advice, then they. So today, therefore, because of this disconnect in terms of the woman and the man them, so woman they listen and man they listen, we want focus, although we talk generally about health and man and woman them, but we want focus more on we demand them. Why I say we demand them and they speak, as a man, okay? Luckily for we today, we get somebody we're able to provide some sort of advice with very relevant way. Again, it boils down to the same thing. If we listen, it go tend for help we for go far away. So my first question, Sister Salome, would be why when it comes to general advice regarding health matters between man and woman them, the man them seem for me more vulnerable and then they listen, and in the end they become the victim.
Fambude, good evening. That's a very good question. And today I be one come and can highlight why man then vulnerable, and I think you suffer most of the sick them, where some take it away the sick all them, they're not able to survive. Man them, or most man them, not they pay attention to their health compared to most women the way if small crocker come up and then they run go hospital. But the man them, then get lots of things so they unbug them, but then they feel weak, then they feel say if they begin go hospital every day where something do them, that is just say they're a weak man, that is sure they say they're not strong, and then they always say, but me not strong man, this the way they happen to me self, and nothing say nothing way very important. So when in morning me, I go hospital. So I said the wife go there, they nag, go hospital, whole night you know they sleep, you they cough, or whole night you get fever, or you just they cry this headache, you they cry this belly heart, for go hospital every day when something do them. So the man they not agree. They're not agree for do that. And we know say man them, if you look at statistics, man and they smoke more, man and they drink more, man and they do some unhealthy, risky choices of what they want for do. Man and then they put off hospital checks. It like them get GP appointment for let them go, they know they go. For say man grab, you go do a routine check, like where woman go say, oh, they don't send me letter for go do a routine check for maybe me diabetes or me cholesterol level, man they know they do. And man them get sick the way they affect them. If you look at the prostate cancer, you look at the low testosterone, you look at baku sick the way they affect man, you look at the colon cancer, that are the cancer where they ambog with big intestine. You look at the heart disease. Heart disease, then all them sick our corner, sick the way would they able for treat and prevent only if they catch them quick. If they diagnose them quick, then we able for check them and treat the person. And then for screen for something like diabetes, screen something like for hypertension, if nothing the way the man and they do quick, they not go kill them. But man them will not say they not they do that day. Just because they feel say where they call them man, then are people that way strong, then are people that way get power, not so small, waiting at diabetes, now small blood sugar number we don't go up. But not so all that day. Man and they smoke more, then they drink too much, then they make unhealthy, risky choices. Now then they not they attend GP surgeries, they not they go past the sick more than them. And in reality, you know they wait till sick cancel you before you go seek help. Because most of them cancer, even the prostates, what would they talk about? If you able for catch and quick, then they do operation where you they live. But if you left far, it go far, it ambog you too much. But all this will not they do now for beginning for life and which man them for life and the people that will hate you say because I don't belong almost also salon, I made them people they be me now they want kill me. Where something as simple test you before just go do where it be for better for you. So if we
sorry. So Sister Salome, if you can allow me for breaking quickly, because you say something will catch me mind. Well, while you widen the scope, because you talk about while you widen the scope a little bit. So there are a couple of diseases where man them prone to, but which can be avoided. Like heart disease, cancer, colon cancer, why you talk about. You also get respiratory diseases like stroke, chronic lower respiratory, then call them, and some of them, although I don't read about them today, and we say very keen because I want to understand how you can make the difference in terms of, first of all, for avoid, there's a saying we say prevention is better than cure, but if you should encounter any kind of disease there, how you go get for deal with them. First, avoid. Second, if you do encounter, how can you deal with any kind of situation there?
Okay, first of all, like what they say, the sickness, the way they ambog demand them more all over the world. Now sickness, the way The list short, surprisingly, not for saying 10 long list. So the list very small and short, but it very important. If you take heart disease, not just you, some people can get abnormal heartbeat or abnormal heart rate. Some people then they get congenital defects where them born there with them. Maybe then born in Africa, they're not being go do any kind of test, but when they don't big, the sick they grab.
What is that congenital? If you go break
Now,
down
see
the
where you
down
born
for
with,
formula, please.
like heart disease where you born with.
Okay.
Or like this country, if became born and color and that kind name day, then go begin for treat and straight, because where he born, he go under scan where then go know. But we not get that kind of thing in Africa. So most of we kind of this side of the world where they approach middle age, or we don't pass adolescent. So some sickness there where we can't with until you go do screening, you're not gonna know say you get them. And waiting do the ambog man them more, man go begin say, me heart they cut. Or they get palpitation, me heart they beat fast. But you know they go hospital. So I tell you where you take maybe paracetamol, you take anything, they go say, go drink milk. You know what anything and they have with the doctors and boku. Drink milk, do this, not drink coffee again, do this. Maybe that period in time, it's not worse yet. If they come maybe 1 day, 2 days, it go away. Then you say, I drink that milk, or because I take the paracetamol, it don't better for me. You don't know, say it come back. So that's certain thing and then they reoccur. Then when we talk about unintentional injuries, what man they do. Now man they drive, just some man they drive haphazardly, then they drive under the influence of alcohol or illegal substances, like they go take cocaine, they go take cannabis, then they take all that thing and then when they take down, then they feel high, then they run with the car, go above the limits, the speed limits, and then involved in a road traffic accident, and then they end up being injured and maybe lost a foot, lost an arm, lost your eye, lost all your teeth. Now man them more can go with anything and they. And then smoking as well. If you dey smoke, they ever hear anybody advise you say smoke in moderation. And they tell you say stop smoking. If you're in this country, you're not man, you dey smoke, then they advise say you quit smoking. Or even if you dey take any other tobacco thing, some man they eat snuff, some man they na the raw tobacco, then they chew, some they smoke the refined one, and then we don't get all them vapor now where you don't know what they put into your lungs. So that's smoking back now other one than they. Then alcohol intake, then they advise you say drink alcohol in moderation. That alcohol now can make you they get the heart disease again, because too much cholesterol in the alcohol, then we diet with too much cholesterol, it block your arteries, and then you they get that coronary artery disease, where just means say your arteries that inside the blood they pass for go inside your heart and other parts of the body don't block or it don't narrow, where they not they get the complete supply. Then with time, whether they block completely, then you go suffer a stroke, because blood supply that they go to your brain. So man themselves they suffer from anything. And then when we talk about chronic lower respiratory disease, not just something like asthma, and then this shortness of breath. Imagine we get the COVID now where they don't talk saying that something where they attack with respiration, they attack with lungs them. Then man where they smoke, you don't get asthma. You know they breathe fine. Normally for claim you still yourself now you host a problem, but you go they say, now this me they hurt me. Now this is would they always get excuse when something they hurt me instead of we go do investigations. So when all them things so they happen to the man, either you get asthma, you get bronchitis, which is like pneumonia or something, all this get for do with your lungs. So man and they back now the side when they work, maybe in a security job they do, you always exposed at the cold. Some man they enough for 12 hours. Say that they're not normal. So if they feel anything, you need for go hospital, go do checkup. You're not gonna just say, I left this becoming a man. If I go tell me where Jesus say me back they hurts me, or me knees and they hurts me, it go say that other thing. Go hospital and go check you. This country is in a country where the medical facilities, and I mean they pay you taxes, they pay you NI. But for we people that are salon, we they see raising awareness here. So for the people that know say If you dey suffer from headache all the time, it's not normal. If always you constipate, you know they go toilet, it's not normal. If you dey piss too much, it's not normal. If you dey piss less, it's not normal. You for know you step from where you grab up to where you don't be big man, you dey in your 30s, you dey in your 40s. Thing that way they happen to you now, when you self they know say, for the past 5 years, I not feel this. But now every night I dey feel this, or every morning I dey feel this. You then at this side of the world, go seek help. With people that are salon, it's difficult for them because if you're not sick, say you're there at the point of death, nobody now they go pay for you for do any screening. But if it's diabetes, hypertension, your GP go order you say, come, can't do you diabetes screening. Then do your fingertip test, or then send you go do blood test, then go say your blood sugar don't high for so time, and you go damage you like your kidneys. And with kidneys, now something where they age with we, as you they age, that's so your kidney they age. If you get loss of kidney injury or kidney disease, then go reach where your kidney not go work again, and now they be big problem for you. Then yeah, we dey talk about the health show today. Now for talk about waiting, do man can suffer from all the diseases. So where the woman there now, they can see suffer them, but then they go seek help. If you go to hospital now, you go see say you defend more woman than at the hospital, past man then. Because when that woman wake up, you know say something don't happen, we no understand. If they go straight, they go hospital. Yeah. Then we talk about the stroke again. Some man and they drink senselessly, then just they drink, then go drink beer, they drink whiskey, they drink brandy. All that thing that they get lots of sugar in them, you get lots of cholesterol, and they go block your arteries them. Then if you not get the kind of blood supply to your brain way for go there, you they get a stroke because blood supply now they go to your brain, you go get stroke. Either you get partial paralysis, you hand die, you foot die, you mouth bend, or maybe you get luck, it just kill you. Because if it not kill you, you did and they turn you yonder, na big problem down there. So the good news is all they sick are so bad. But if you then at this side of the world or any side you day, if you seek help, you do you screening, then go cut before I like who people that you say, then go able for do something for you. So sorry.
No, I've been just one budging small. Thank you so much for all which you don't see within the last 5 to 7 minutes. This is extremely brilliant and absolutely appropriate for we people, including myself. There's so much at the line. I hang on to almost every word where you say. So Fambulem for una we join the program. This is not the very first time today we get the health show with none other but Sister Salome Hydes, where they appear on the day now for the very first time. Hopefully, this is the first, but not the last, and we look forward to more collaborations in the future on a show when I get for own them and determine how you get for carry them out on this wonderful platform. So anyway, Sister Salome, going back to all of these health things that we talk about and the advices, we find out say a lot of what you say now we responsible for whatever will become of us in terms of sickness. So for example, if we drink alcohol, and now the question is what I want to ask, because you did mention that you drink alcohol, they can advise you moderate them. But when you smoke, you don't hear anything like limit the smoke and etc. How dangerous is smoking from alcohol, and why is it they can say limit alcohol, but when it comes to tobacco business, there is nothing like limitation. It's like stop, it kills. Why?
Well, the thing is, when it comes to tobacco, the product itself not bad. The product itself, what they call alcohol, is bad. They're all bad, but not just the danger where it cause. Because if, let's say, boku physical health problems, and then they way if you don't already get them, then you they smoke, it will just make it worse. And with the final says things like lung cancer, now more from smoking. And then if you know they smoke safe, avoid for be around people the way they smoke, because that secondhand smoke where you safe they inhale, like you did not streets, or you did not pub, or you did not club, or you did not a meeting place where people they smoke. That smoke where they inhale, where other person they exhale, it's bad for you. So the tobacco products, they're really dangerous. Tobacco, they destroy your nerves, you know, your teeth. It's very antisocial. Even the smell of it, then you close, so you pass near person, you go turn and look you back. So now that make for smoking and the addiction of the smoking, then they tell you say smoke now for quit. For alcohol, because then get lots of alcohol, then get one that way mild, people that then are wine no more than they drink, people that then they drink brandy, whiskey, some man are beer no more. So we get varieties of alcohol where if you don't say now me one wine glass I they drink for the day or for the week is good. And I advise everybody where they drink a lot, make you go on the website for alcohol intake na England. Then go tell you how many units as a woman you're supposed to take, how many units as a man you're supposed to take, where it comes to wine, where it comes to beer, where it comes to brandy, whiskey, gin, they all get them. So that they everybody now in homework down, they let you go say, well, I they drink lots of beer. Let go see how many pints of beer are allowed for drink. Because all the drink here, so what they drink, then they go now with body, then they go turn to carbohydrate because then get sugars where now they make some man they get they at risk of diabetes. So the smoke now the tobacco now very dangerous. Like I say, tobacco na tobacco. If they wash and downstairs, they go make cigarettes with them. When that cigarettes come out, they don't mix out with something like tar. So that they go into your system, they go now you vein them, they destroy all your veins them. That make tobacco in there. Now they even tell you say smoke in moderation, and they tell you say quit, stop smoking. They're not supposed to say stop alcohol unless if you don't become an alcoholic or you don't get cirrhosis of the liver, which is the liver cancer out because you drink so much alcohol. So now that's the reason why I make it, and they do that. And they say limit your alcohol intake, exercise. So if you exercise, you take lots of alcohol. When you exercise, that carbohydrates don't go now your body, you go able to get rid of them, but not with the cigarette because it gets in your thing where they do. Not only your nerves, then they go into your lungs. When I the powerhouse, now they breathe in, breathe out. If that they don't get problem, that is it. Just like every organ in our body, very important. One or they work without in company, but for smoking and alcohol, then they always say quit smoking, have alcohol in moderation, because instead of too much of it, they make you addicted again. You become an alcoholic, whether they back na other thing will go make you get liver problem or you get fatty liver disease, where the carbohydrate they go sit down around your liver and turn to fat, and then they back be a problem for you. So we don't talk about that. We talk now say for me you able for left them thing here, so for me they not hamburg you, not smoke, eat healthy diets. So man they not agree for eat carbohydrates. They're not agree for eat fruits and vegetables. So as a man, not to that yes, fufu or cassava no more they full up your plate. Try have a mixed diet, eat lots of fruits and vegetables. We're very good. And then maintain a healthy weight. Today I see what woman put some video now then and now where they talk about in husband, where in husband in belly so big that in the part in sex organ don't small. The more way in belly they big now, so the sex organ they deteriorate. It is small in size. So if they tell him, man, I don't know if you see that video they prince, it been there on you then and now today now they are read, and this woman they talk say the man they punish her, they get in quotes are high able forget her because the man in penis don't begin for shrink. Because the more when belly big, the more the thing they go inside. So it just a small. If you get that kind of belly, it make you sex organ go small, you go be at risk of getting metabolic syndrome. What's in a metabolic syndrome? Like a combination of diabetes, hypertension, and high cholesterol, and then you obese. So you see some man there, not see some man there where they work hard and belly big, so they say, hey, pa, I can't see that. If you look at nothing all day because I see the belly don't big, now so the sex organ they small. So that thing now you page I read and today where the human they plead with the man for make it go do exercise, let it broke the belly down, let it begin get in quota because he say it don't discourage because the man not able for perform again. And really maybe we go say big belly would they attribute it to African woman, then say, oh, we don't want 2, 3, 4 picking, you know, we go get that kind of belly. But still, woman, and the way they really try for let that belly, they not lead on at their foot. But they see some man them, even in Africa, because they get big belly, it like that small boy. He can't say go meet big people that sit down. They, hey, pa can't sit up. Just because he belly big, then they call him pa. And they take and say nah tied to that. But it's not a title. If they at risk of metabolic syndrome, he go get diabetes, he go get hypertension, he go get high cholesterol, then they go class him as somebody will get obesity, that way you overweight, you know. So all this we they see man then we get this kind of figure. So we for try for do that. So for manage stress as well. If you depart, you get picking away they stress you, family issues, you have they stress you, find a way for make you able for tackle this stress in a positive way. Because some man can eat more where there's stress. Some man they worry, and if you get any underlying problem, like you get hypertension, you get diabetes, if the stress they on you, there's sickness, and they however you drink medicine, you're not able for cater for them, because the stress too much. The stress they produce, you stress hormones that will just make you blood sugar they all over your place, or you hypertension self, you're not able for controller. So now that for do. And if you get stress as a man, you need for discuss waiting at this stress, because some man they go commit suicide, then go take their life because this stress are done so much that they're not able for do anything. They go say, now I not get anything for do this thing, don't matter me so much. I not go able for discuss her with person. I not go able for tell person this na secret where they kill me and I go die with, and the person go end up go commit suicide. So before you commit suicide, now for talk. Because when you get too much stress, then you become depressed. When you become depressed, you not share that problem the way you get, so it don't make you depressed. You begin for contemplate for commit suicide. So now man them more. They say woman there we hysterical, would they raise alarm, would they holler. But yes, woman they commit suicide, but man they commit suicide more than woman then, just because the man they not agree back for talk something where they monitor them. And if something they monitor you, the best thing for do now for share that problem. They say a problem shared is a problem solved, so that you be able to forget that closure for which you suffer from, not bottle the stress up and lead for you to be depressed and then you commit suicide. And try for know your family history. Most man and they don't know them papa, they know say them papa die, but they don't know waiting kill them papa, especially right now with this COVID. Anybody will die na COVID, you don't know waiting kill you papa. So you for know your family history, both you mama and you papa, you for know if they be
waiting at the significance of the point where you just make so, Sister Salome, in terms of knowing your history, health-wise, know your papa history, know your mama history. Waiting at the
well, the significance of knowing your family history is for me, you know, say if your papa been get heart disease, if you been get lung cancer, if you been get prostate cancer, if your mama been get hypertension, if your mama been get diabetes, because they were so now non-communicable diseases where we not they take and just by communicating with people or being close with people, but we they get them where we say na hereditary. Someday where you parents that don't suffer from, you go able forget her. Some people then I know somebody where don't suffer from hypertension in his 20s, just because both parents been get her. Then as you grow older, hypertension self don't step in. So imagine you one day you get that kind sickness day. Every one of them, they put so much stress on your heart, you know, because if you're hypertensive and you diabetic and then you get weight, you obese, that's what they call metabolic syndrome, where instead gets in your own role where they play is very dangerous. Some people that they get hypertension and get diabetes, but they're not big, you know, that they really try on their weight. So man, they need for try for reduce weight, and they eat their food portion, and then for try may they not get all children sickness and day. So now that are the significant for me, you know, say me mama been get this, me papa been get this. Then you begin for watch waiting you they do. If your mama been get diabetes, you begin for watch, because you dey at risk for suffer from diabetes. One, your family history go make you get them if you not take them. if you uncle self, your papa and brother get diabetes, you get for be careful because the family history now you uncle. If any you siblings get her, you small brother, you big brother get her, you get for be wise and begin take appropriate actions for make you know get her. So now that is significant why make you for try and know your family history for diseases. You they see yeah where you go hospital. If they don't say you get diabetes, then they ask you, you mama will get diabetes, you get family history of this, you get family history of that, and they ask them question and they now for let them know, say, okay, now you get this, but you get family history of this. So they go begin for watch out for you now, and see how they go able for help you. So now that is significant. Then we talk about the hormone where the man and they produce where they make them man.
Yeah.
Now the man hormone where they call testosterone. Where body grow up, that hormone they is so boku na in body, is so full of energy. It's so full of energy. And then as we they grow older, we demand them, we can lose that hormone day. And for let you know, say you they lost that hormone day, it they make you they get less libido, your sex drive they go. If you're not pussy where be get here now your body, you go see your body they begin for smooth.
So I will therefore pause you there quickly if you don't really mind. And Fambulem, once again, we get Sister Salome Hydes, a very special sister on the program, health program here tonight. I just pause them because it didn't in flow because Mr. F1 for understand one or two key terminologies them where he use like libido, for example. Sister Salome, waiting libido?
Libido are your sex drive. If they say you get high libido, that means say if you get your girlfriend say where you like where they talk to another the power go begin for shaking head small, that you get good libido. You get that sex drive where they make you hungry for your partner. But if that they don't less because you get less testosterone, then that in a bad sign. If it happen to you, then all of a sudden it begin for reduce. Now say something not right somewhere. Although you go for the test and go give you gel and go give you other medication, but normally they're not your advice for do that. So what you therefore do if you overweight, you need for try for put the weight down. And that lack of the reduction of testosterone go make if you know one day born pikin, it go make you be infertile as a man. It go make your body go big like woman. You go see some man and then get bobby, and so then body all smooth like woman, they not get beer. The sex drive they go because that are the man hormone when are inside the testicles, inside the balls then they manufacture this one. So for every other sequence they can so you now from that side that you get for no say 5 years ago now so I be they feel me balls now so it they now I know they feel and that way they waiting happen. And you go no, you always tire, you they even some man and a voice go then they come up and that deep man voice, the voice they low. And now with native homes in Africa or even once we in Africans them, if you're woman done they 10 years when not born picking, then now they say now the man get problem. Now the woman, everything at the woman they at fault. Now you the woman, they born. Maybe you the man, you get low, that hormone they don't low, you don't infertile, you go able for get help. But with native homes, they not they ever say the man get problem. Always not the woman and get problem.
So that come out of tradition or cultural lines. And this now some people don't hold on to deeply. I understand what you try to say. Is it still the same or has things that don't change now as we speak? So not only the woman then we get for blame, but also a general understanding of what potentially can be the cause.
Well, just like what they talk about the man and machoism, the man will always say not to in problem. He no say okay. He not go admit say I get the fault. Same. No, but if the man like in wife, you know what all this name calling, say in wife na man cack, na this, na that, it go with in wife for me then go do test and see who's the problem there. Because me know few man them really in my life where I know as friends or even family where they get this problem, but they always tell people they say na the woman they left there, it go, they take 1 year, say the woman born. The man who side no more, they not move, go no side. So nothing the way we not still they talk about now we culture. It's very difficult for let you pinpoint to man say you know the born now you get problem because you not get proof. You see, so the woman then they bear that shame and then they bear that humiliation. You see, because but you the man you go know because you know your body. If you begin get hair loss, you get less energy. So second day you breast and they swollen or then tender. Then even you sex drive they low, you libido they low, they get sex drive, you let woman pulling closely parade before you, they get an erection. Say something wrong somewhere. But for let man admit to that, say it's very, very difficult. And so man go say, if this thing don't die, I'm able for the woman business, waiting at me point for leave before that I kill myself. With the Riboku man and they talk that they say without having sex, then prefer them die because that would be like their life finished. You see, but we're not able for point the man and for let them go do waiting they're supposed for do one. The man go say not to in fault, and he go always blame the woman. So now that the thing where they make the man there, they continue for suffer because they no one accept. Say then not so they're not to God, the need for attend to any physical health problems when they get. Because without that they go suffer, and at the end of the day, even man the way they get sexual dysfunction or erectile dysfunction, if they begin notice you small, they get erection, they get erection, then it fail, they get erection, then it fail. Instead of you go seek for help, you go begin attribute it to stress, or you tire, or not this, or not that, until when you go now, they tell you say you don't permanently be impotent. Way very bad. Way like this side of the world, you go able to still forget help. So now that makes today they raise this awareness about men's health, waiting at the thing that we man and they suffer from, and waiting them for do. Eat healthy, do physical activity, exercise. If you get big belly, exercise, moderate your alcohol intake, stop smoking, eat a balanced diet. Would they appeal to the mama then? Would they see some mama then they then trend? If you see where they slim their body, fine. But the man they obese. So if you they watch your weight, you they do something for yourself, involve the whole family as a mother, because now you they now that family now you cook, now you after the partner you. But when it comes to real sense, now you they run the home. So if you know say bad cholesterol day, they eat this, they eat this, practice are for everybody. Because when you man sick, being the breadwinner, being the head of the family, it comes back to you, the mother. Although they stubborn demand them, but we not for relent. We for they be and then nag until, until they do what you want. You for nag until you do it you want.
Like, make I ask you this. We quickly come towards we 1 hour mark, and very important and serious topic here tonight. And I can already hear the sister how open she is, because this is the thing. When we want to talk about that kind of things there, we know say we culture, also we come out, no can permit we for let we talk extremely about issues of this nature. But when I can hear the sister, there's no holding back. They use all the languages when necessary, like the balls weak, the penis, the shrink. Normally, we're not comfortable with that kind of language they have, but going forward, we now understand why we need to be comfortable with that kind of language. So there is more to come, like I say, Fambulen, today, the 19th of November, 2020, on this very special program called the Health Program with Sister Salome Hydes. We are very proud for getting on the platform, and they look for more collaboration. Sister Salome, you mentioned something about testosterone. Testosterone, is it only in men, or you can find in either sex?
It in either sex. If the woman self get a lot of the male hormone, you go see instead they give that physical appearance like a man. Woman itself they get them, but in a small quantity.
So something they can plenty for some woman, but woman generally, even though they get some, it can be in small quantity.
Yes, woman they get about in small quantity. If it plenty, then it becomes a problem for the woman. because
right.
if you get the male hormone, you go see say your voice go be deep, you go get hair like a man. So as possible you see, this now man or woman, you know, not just because you get a lot of that hormone day. So woman themselves can get them.
Lovely. Many thanks for that answer, Day. Let us see whether I can quickly go back, here to some quick question on the same testosterone, because I get some private questions, then we just come through. So testosterone, somebody they say is responsible for increased muscle mass. Do we have an understanding what I mean? Like testosterone can increase the muscle mass of man them, like you get a leaner, stronger body where they help for control weight and increase energy. Is that what it is about?
Yes. Now I make them say if you don't get low testosterone, you muscle mass don't reduce. What you do, you forgo na gym and build up your muscles. Because what you make man, now the muscle they see man the way they build up. But as a man, that they waste where that hormone they go away from you or where they reduce. So for me, you bring down the back. Now the muscle mass where they go to gym and build up and bring back all your muscles them. Because if that they happen, women they're not known for being very muscular. That's the word muscular. So what they make you muscular as a man, they go unless you go to gym, you begin. So now that day you do for me, you build up that you muscle mass so that you look masculine again. Where possible, say you're not man, not say they work they make you handsome, like say you're not woman, you soft, that kind of stuff they now in that person they talk about. Okay. And the testosterone and they cause that.
Yeah, okay. So we also understand that if you're low on testosterone, which can happen, and we just learn that from you, although some people probably misabi that, but you then get something like what they call booster. In other words, you can boost testosterone. Is this true? And if it is true, what are some of the things then where you can do? Maybe just one or two for help family way, just to begin for understand why the physical appearance or the nature of their body just don't change.
Well, then if you go hospital, then he give you medication that like what he say, I know he come on the show for like prescribe, but I know say there is treatment and he give gels and he give something they call pellets, they can do that kind of stuff. Although then they actually try for say they know they do that if not normal aging process, whether they don't happen to you, then they left farm. They know they treat if not your normal aging process. But for men can have babies at 70, 75. That means say the hormones and see very good. It all depends on individual differences. But if it's something that has caused it to happen, then you get some sickness where they happen where the sperm production in your testicles that they happen again, where they will get for you medication for that day. So, but I'm not left for talk. Let us say, oh, the other woman be talking at the show. Let her go buy this thing for drink, or let her go do this, or let her just go tell me GP say I want this because now this. If you go hospital, then find out say this not your problem. They must help you. But if it's an aging process where that don't happen to you, then just say, okay, let nature take its course. But if you're younger, you get your whole life ahead of you, then you begin forget this problem. Yes, medically they can treat you. Because infertility don't come in, you don't lose you muscle mass, you don't that your sperm production down very low or maybe dry off, your body don't smooth like woman, all you hear don't drop off, you don't grow bobby, so that kind of stuff there. So we left down there for the medical people there when are the expert they do that. We are just
so that can you move the talk from over there, please? Picking up here.
Sorry? Yeah. So we just raise awareness for let people that know say them condition yeah they. But if you suffer now for go seek medical help. We're not gonna say yeah then they prescribe medication for that right away. But then it has to be done by your medical team. You know, we're not like for dwell a lot on that because people go say, oh, Salome be talk say, na so for do, na so for do. So we dey raise awareness say lack of testosterone go make you go lost your body mass, you go even you bone structure go change, you go suffer from like brittle bones, like when woman reach menopause, it dey at risk of suffering from brittle bones. The same thing they happen to man if they lost that hormone. But in the medical field, they can correct that day for you.
So when you talk about, you mentioned something about bone gist now, and
Yeah.
somebody just put, there's something regarding bone density in terms of relating to hormones. Will that
Yeah.
be exactly what you talk about when you talk about
Yes,
bone
now that's what they
density?
talk about, because just like where we get the woman and back, we get estrogen in their body. Then when they reach menopause, that is the stop of the periods, then they at risk of brittle bones. If you not get good calcium intake and maintain healthy bone, you go, if you for them, you go begin broke your bones them. Most women you go see them, they broke wrist, they broke their femur, they broke their thigh. Not just because the young estrogen where them they get because in periods they can't done. So then self they as so the same thing with man. The man themselves go suffer from that osteoarthritis, and then they go get the brittle bones and go get the painful bones and all of that. All not just because of the lack of the hormone. So if now medication and cause that, then medication could say correct time again. But like I say, if not just a natural cause you're aging, and that's part of the aging process, say you're not gonna be macho for the rest of your. If you look at somebody like Arnold Schwarzenegger now, where don't age, that big muscle mass we been get way act things like commando, you don't see say all that they don't go. And you know the force for me get that back. It just left the aging process for take its course now. You go see him body all done, they go flabby because it don't age. So now that kind of thing that is try for talk about. Yeah.
Okay. Um, Again, once more, many, 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 many thanks, because this is Fambulem, this is really powerful. Mrs. F. Delan, so much. Maybe you get a little idea of here and there. And for Una, we just to join, and also a few people and just join. But when they come towards the end of the program, we get roughly about 10 more minutes, but so much more can be said in 10 minutes. But for Una, we just to join. Today on this platform, we get a very special sister where they provide some health advice. And this person is none other than Sister Salome Hydes. Most of you may know her because she's been on the social media platform, on various platforms in the previous past. But today, for the very first time, she's on the Then and Now platform. And we hope, say, even though today not the first, it's not going to be the last. And we'll be having conversation for let Ego to host a regular health show on this platform. And I think, say, we get a yes for an answer. So today we'll do a test run for see how far and how much we can cover for today. Next time we want to see her, she may likely be on her own to do the thing or talk the thing where she knows so much. Sister Salome, whilst we come towards the end of the show, I just want to not recap, but ask you particular questions on things the way you don't touch on already. Okay? I know say we dwell on hormones, and hormones kind of important, and you don't talk about very, very much. I want again for let you possibly lay emphasis on waiting people in need for do if they find out say they're short on hormones, because not where you can know, or more like a question or something where you can know if you're short on hormones, and if you do, what can you do for restitute hormones for make you whole again?
Yeah, we hormones them. We hormones them very important. We get lots of, imagine a hormone like insulin. Without insulin, you're gonna suffer from diabetes. And this male hormone weight today now particularly we dey talk about, you don't know say you don't lack of that male hormone the way now testosterone, because you go lost you muscle mass, you go infertile, you go It's not the other thing. You voice they go, you go lose hair, you body structure all go change. Because this is the hormone that makes you a man physically. If person see you say you're not a man, you're supposed to see some features there. Like you get beer, some man and body smooth, where not to so them be there. So like lack of that particular hormone, then you go no. Then you can go for let them go do tests. But like I they say, anything will happen to man them, they're not they go hospital until it reach the worst stage where they go, they're not able for help them. But everything, if like what they say, we hormones them, they're so important that if you feel anything, once it connects to that particular hormone, if you go hospital, okay, something like with thyroid, the thyroid hormone now responsible for you temperature, whether you feel cold or you feel hot, you feel in between. Then if you see say all the time you're cold, even if you're there in a burning place, heating there on, you see they feel the opposite of the temperature. You know say that then there's something wrong, you they go hospital. Then you go see some people and they get the overactive thyroid, some they get the underactive one. Even man and they suffer from that as well. That's having a hormone problem. So they go and put you on thyroxine, maybe 100, 150 milligrams, we go correct that thing there for you. If not, so then you left and so now it makes some people and they get the goiter, you go see the eye, they bulge. So we hormones, they all get very important role for playing our life.
What's in a goiter?
Gege.
Okay, you get for break this down for we, because this is not the scientific or biological name.
Na gege where they na person in throat so. Then they call an overactive thyroid. Then you go see the person in here always in here really protrude, but then you treat that day. Or that they na hormonal imbalance. Now they cause that day. So, but waiting they happen, you get for know you body as a human being, you get for know yourself. Because if you don't day at age 20 up to you don't 40, changes and then we go begin come into your life where you go know say this na something where I get for take care of. You understand? Yeah. So now that na the thing. We for know we self say for the past 2 years now this thing they happen to me, or for the past 1 week now this thing happen to me. When no blans happen to me, then you take appropriate actions by going to your GP. So not left anything. Now this way could they raise this awareness for them man they know say nothing the way not even the cancers. If they catch them quick, they will put you on treatment. Anything where you suffer from. But we man them, we brother them, we uncle them, we picking them when a man. They're not agree. Go see Baba go for their broken foot. It go they walk out with that foot, they tete with they bear the pain. Say the foot they rotting inside. Because once it don't broke, they get for fix them before anything happen. But we
okay, Sister Salome, I get 2 questions where I want to chip in quickly from the guest then.
Until it reach whose side repairs not there again. Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Now just 2 questions from the audience. It sounded a little bit funny. One, this person say, when they talk about building the body mass, or they talk about lean muscle or building muscle, they want to know whether the private part, like that of the man, the penis, is part of the body mass where they talk about building, and so therefore whether it can fluctuate, in other words, grow larger or reduce.
Your penis can never grow when you don't reach adulthood. Your penis they only grow with erection. You know they grow, say it go fat or it go long past you go do surgery, but you know they go beyond waiting it on day when you don't become an adult.
Okay.
Lots of things go depreciate, lots of things go change. Like even your urine flow. When you were adolescent up to your 20, the way you urine be the flow, you the tinapia, you go send the PC under. It can happen sometimes when you're 40, 45, 50. They flow that way they get because, but when they talk about the muscle, the penis now all muscle. But not for say it go depreciate because like whether woman they talk to the way the man don't fat too much, the belly does sit on top the lap. The thing not get no side for it is small. Any man will get big belly in penis they shrink. It is shrink, but if you lose the weight, not so for say go left like that state there. If you lose the weight, you put the belly down, bingo, the thing will go back to how it been there. You see?
Okay, there's a second question for you, which talks generally about masturbation. There is this perception out there that masturbation can affect the testosterone levels of a man, and this person wants to know whether this is true or not in terms of masturbation.
Well, to me, knowledge as a healthcare professional, I don't think say that they get anything for do with anything, because you they masturbate. At the end of you masturbation, you they ejaculate sperm, just like if they get normal sex. So I don't know how that they go make an impact on anything. Some man they get sex all through the week. Every day they go get sex 7 days a week. If you masturbate 7 days a week, it results in the same thing. You're not gonna give out more sperm because now ejaculate they ejaculate. You see? So I don't think so that they, to me, your knowledge, nothing where you can go back, you go read about, or you ask like your GP, but to me knowledge, I don't think say the number of times you ejaculate or you masturbate get anything for do with you sperm count, or if you make any difference, really. Okay. I don't think so. I think so it's just like you have sex.
Finish that point, say please.
But I think say it's just like you they get sex without a woman. You they help yourself now and do it yourself. You're doing it yourself because you don't have a choice. Yeah, DIY. You're doing it yourself. Everybody masturbates. Women masturbate, men masturbate. But it doesn't
really.
But we Africans say we're not able for, we're not admit to that. Man go say, oh, no, don't sit here, no. Or the woman go say, no, me not do that kind of stuff there. Yeah. When we are out, we say that, but behind closed doors, we don't know what we do. So it's healthy to do anyway. I know it's healthy to do. We've read it in books. People have testified that it's healthy to do. Yeah, because some man when they masturbate and they tired and they just crash, they sleep. Just like now sex.
Okay, that's what you mean by healthy to do. There's no side effect, nothing.
It makes you tired and you sleep.
Yeah, you relax. No harm.
No harm.
Okay. Before this is not the final question, not a question, in fact, because you can wrap up this beautiful program. This is the end of it finally. And Fambulem, this is now Sister Salome Hydes. I can see in portrait behind me. She's going to represent the face of the health show on this particular platform then and now, going forward, God willing. And this is not just a taster for what is to come. Now with the CISO and Yeriso, there's no holding back. Because one thing we are observe, and adapt the Umam they articulate, culturally, we kind of are restricted in terms of the way how they try for engage in a conversation regarding things that we consider very, very private. So sometimes we suffer in silence, and that's not supposed to be the case. So people like Sister Salome Hydes, don't they help people and we don't get them confidence and they say they can talk about certain things. This is why they are making it more public. And when they talk, I they laugh. The reason why they laugh on some of the things is like some people, will think, say, why would a woman be saying this? Although I know say very few, but it still they happen. But it will continue for the one because it don't do one. Because why? This is not a challenge to those of us when they suffer silently. You don't need to suffer silently any longer. It don't tell you about certain things that we can call symptoms in terms of age, in terms of drinking, in terms of smoking. So if you observe them kind of things, then it's time for you to speak up. Go seek medical advice. If you get WEF, talk to your WEF. If you get picking, talk to your picking. Feel very free because that talking there alone can help for save you. So we don't come to the end of this show, but I want to let Sister Salome wrap up. And I'm really excited for getting on the program here tonight. This not in last term, I believe. This not in first term. And we get many other shows then will come when I get for can talk about this thing. So Sister Salome, we talk about general health, particularly about men. It's not like women and only get general health problems, but then more can speak up, then can seek medical advice and etc. But man, them we decide for suffer in silence because of machoism, ego, and the rest of it. So for cap this entire program, dear family just joined this now, touch on one another for talk, the disease them where we can encounter, and as a consequence of how we can encounter the disease then they when a heart disease, cancer, chronic lung disease, respiratory problem, even stroke, and many others, sometimes because of heavy alcohol consumption or smoking or vis-a-vis the same. So do a cap on all of this and just cap the entire program. You've got the floor, sister.
Thank you. So what I go say to the man this evening after we don't talk about all the disease here, so and waiting make the man and they suffer from and waiting and my advice to the man today. Go to your doctor for regular checkup, even if you feel well. Even if you feel well, just go say, I don't come, I old 40 or I old 45 or I old 50. I need for know waiting at my full blood count. I get for know if I get cholesterol. I want for know if I get hypertension. I want for know if I get diabetes. Do me test for me. Even if you not feel sick, go ask for them test and they let them do it for you. That one test where they go for go do now, they go pick up something for you, we go save you life. Even if you not get symptoms for any disease, go make them go see you and ask your doctor for make it send you for test. And some things where you go do again for make you be healthy, eat healthy and get active. If you drink alcohol, drink it in moderation. Quit smoking. Know your family history of any chronic disease like diabetes, like hypertension, like the cancers. If any of your family don't get a respiratory disease, look now where this COVID day. People that they don't die, they say they get underlying problem. Where they not be ever no say they get. Maybe if there be no say they get asthma, if there be no say they get lung disease, if there be no say they get any kind of disease, if there be don't go ask for help, this COVID not for kill them. Then get screening tests to check health problems before you get symptoms. Like what I say, go let them check you before you go begin, go toilet fast, drink water fast. Go to your GP number and say, I want you then go do me diabetes test before you go begin get the symptoms. And make sure say, man them back now they take vaccine. When I say vaccine, I know they talk about COVID vaccine when I not get me tetanus vaccine. Man then suppose forget her. Everybody need forget tetanus. You don't know some needle go choke you. You don't know you go Africa, nail go choke you. Boku till now na Christmas period they can boku they can go salon. Things and they will go happen to you. If you don't know, say you full blood counts low, they go put you on medication. So when you go and when you start knock, you're not gonna begin feel bad. Hydrate your body, drink boku water. They say for drink 2 liters of water a day. Hydrate yourself. No other small thing and the way you go do for make you keep yourself healthy. Like what I say, from where you mama born, you will give you under 5 vaccine them all. Some man they I swear to God, they go tell you now, say then they in their 50 years, they not one they take other vaccine. They not take dry cough vaccine, they not take tetanus, and anything can happen. You know, you go inside put that fit on small, that palm body, put that scratch you. You not get tetanus injection at your body. You go leader, you begin get fever, you begin get locked jaw, you begin shake, you go into fits, you die.
Okay.
But then go say nah, which God they don't fire you with.
Finally, Sister Salome, I no one left this brother out, which is how old a man will be before dysfunction start or poor erection begin. Just quick roundup.
It depends, it depends because not so per age. Some people are they suffer from sexual dysfunction because they get other physical health problem. Some man, then they all 80, then see they get a full erection, nothing they do them. But if you begin for feel say they get sexual dysfunction or erectile dysfunction, because man, the way they sleep na net, you they get that erection. So I say every night or twice a week you they sleep, you they get that erection. But if you there in your 30s, you they see now, say one time dog you know they get this thing, you go say, 2 years ago, even while they sleep, and they get this erection, I mean, some people can even get that wet dream when they can talk because they get erection and they just feel say they do human business. Then they wake up like they don't mess up themselves, they don't ejaculate. So if you feel say na problem to you, go hospital. No age, no day for that day. Then they born baby them. The baby in mama go observe and say, so this week if they piece of the teen or the grab, na problem for that baby. They can go see straight waiting door. So if you then you 30s, you get that sexual dysfunction or erectile dysfunction, now for go seek help. It can be you diabetic type 1, you don't know, the sugar don't begin destroy your nerves them, you go seek help. So age limits not a now, and also because you young too much or because you old too much, it can happen to anybody, but you for know yourself.
So
thank you.
Thank you so much, Sister Salome. Brother Emmanuel A. Boy Tennessee. Now you asked the last question, and I shall say you the sister provide the answer to your question. So once more, thank you to all of una we tuning. I don't say una don't use to politics and the then in our platform, but una also get for try and get used to the health show because this is coming on the then and our platform with a very special sister with medical advice. So I bet because me I enjoy them very well, it opened me eye to certain things they want to be know. And this is not just a tip of the iceberg. There is more to come. For them when they wait behind and no say a full with ideas, a full with their advices there. Because she's not new on social media, she's new on the then and now. This not first term, this not to the last term. Una keep tuned because una go very soon when you get for the hosting program and the hour we get for the hosting program on this platform. And just for do a quick follow-up, this week we get, of course, this week done already, but this Saturday, we get the president of the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists, Mr. Ahmed Said Nasrallah, and we also get the director of media and the former mass communication head for the department now for Rabe College, Dr. Tonya Musa. They will be right here on this platform with Supermed in charge. I will also be co-hosting that program, or Supermed will be in charge of that program this Saturday. We get Sister Marcella Samba Sise. They come on the program soon. I will announce the date in this week. Monday, when I give me Monday, Tuesday, I will announce the date when Sister Marcella they come. Most of for 3 years now, we have been hosting this platform, and every year we don't celebrate them. And the 2 years we will celebrate them, it's been a massive success, especially last year. Unfortunately, due to COVID-19, the traditional way we can celebrate 3 years anniversary or the anniversary of then and now, it's not going to be the same this year. But however, we don't decide for doing virtually. So there will be a virtual celebration of the then and now 3-year anniversary for more we don't talk politics, civil liberties, social justice, and you name it. And now the health show is coming. On that platform for Celebrate, and in fact, maybe I will extend an invitation to my sister, maybe later, at least so everybody is represented. We expect Sister Claudia Femi Cole, the only female presidential candidate in the last year, the last election. We they get Sister Marcella Samba Sise again because we don't get word from him. We they get Sister Fadima Savage from VOS, we don't get word from him. Okay, we they get Brother Nasrallah of the president for SLAJ, Association of Journalists, right here. Dr. Tonya Musa, right here. And we get a few more. We wait for word from Samuel Wise Bangura and Lamran Abba of AYTV. Also, we they get Sharon Abba, we don't get word from the Africanist Press. So you see, Fambulem is going to be heavy. If it's the then and now, it's nothing short but reality. Sister Salome Hydes, thank you so much, my sister, for coming on the then and now platform after long conversation, and hopefully we hope for see you on this platform with your very special health show.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Fambule, and in that we don't come to the end of the program. We just play with closing music and that's it. Thank you so much, for tuning in.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Sister Salome. That is it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Fambulem. This is not the then and now platform, and we're happy for getting now on board. We so much appreciate you now. On a good night, and we'll let you know with this music.
Study our fast.